Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. So, the question of the night is, will Willow and Nina's relationship improve during the year? Now, you can sit there and take this back to, a lot of people compare this to Alexis and Sam. The difference is, Alexis from jump didn't make Sam's life a living hell. She really didn't. She really didn't sit there and come at her so sideways and practically did everything that she could from, bullying her and just all sorts of stuff that she did from jump. She didn't do that. They just had different viewpoints on, as far as just being a woman, career choices, dating choices, things of that nature. But with Willow and Nina, it's so much more of an uphill battle that I'm just very curious to find out. Now, if you read my post, I didn't get a chance to do General Hospital yet because the usual spot that I do it at, there's only two places I go on to do it. YouTube and Daily Motion. And, well, YouTube is always a buzz. What's good, Kyrie? Kyrie says Willow makes me sick for forgiving Carly so quick. What? Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't understand that either. I didn't understand that either. And Michael even seems like he's not that upset with Carly as he is with Sonny. But I got it to like 27 something minutes into the episode on both of the YouTube videos, and yeah. And the thing is, I don't want to sit there and pay an extra amount of money to sit there and get live TV or get a cable box again. Um, I don't know. Maybe I'll sit there and call them up tomorrow and see what they can do. Because if it's not going to be super expensive, I don't see why not. But uh, I got Paramount and I got Peacock. Thank you, Kyrie. No, I even actually started a little bit early because I knew. Um, Thank you, Kyrie. You're a rock star as usual. Amy's in the chat. Amy says hi. Yeah. I didn't understand that either. Granted, it might have been the last few minutes of the movie last few minutes of the show that I didn't see. But if that's the case, that's just um, I don't even know what to say about that. And as in the chat, and it says Nina was horrible to Willow for 2 years. It's going to take a moment if these two are going to move on. Yeah, yeah, I definitely agree with that. Definitely agree with that. I was actually up to like 4 o'clock in the morning because I couldn't sleep. And I don't know if it's because I went to get a latte after I got out of work. That was around like four something in the afternoon. So I don't understand why I couldn't actually sleep. Medora's in the chat. Medora says, I think Michael will deal with Carly later. Spoilers say Michael will explode Friday. He doesn't want to do it in front of. Okay. All right. Well, I hope so. Eagle Fangs in the chat, and you got a new profile picture. They say pathetic writing by ABC having Willow forgive Carly. Patrick is in the chat. What's good, Patrick? Tyrone is in the chat. What's good? I'm liking it, Eagle Fang. I'm liking it. Kyrie says Willow should at least be grateful, though. and for her to say she was better off. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. When she said that, even me and Brock were on the same page about that. Like, wait, so you're cool with your mom who sold you to a cult leader to do God knows what with, but Nina, no, 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 Nina. As much as I don't even like Nina, I would sit there and say Nina is a thousand times better than whatever her name, Harmony. Patrick's in the chat. Patrick says ice hazel oatmeal latte sounds good. What's up? Was good, Patrick. Yeah, no, I had a French vanilla cappuccino, but I had it like four, so there should have really been no reason why I couldn't sleep. One of the good things that happened today was I actually got my heat fix. I actually got my heat fixed, and I never appreciated heat so much. When I woke up this morning, it's kind of cold. I mean, it's not that brick in New York, but it was cold enough. Yeah, I like Eagle Fang. Um, Kaiwin's in the chat. What's good, Kaiwin? Eagle Fang says Brock said the same thing about Willow. Yeah, yeah, that exactly. Sherry is in the chat. What's good, Sherry? Sherry says I can't wait till Sunny gets down on Carly tomorrow. She deserves it. I hope Drew ditches her too. Oh, she definitely deserves to smoke. She definitely deserves to smoke. And it kind of reminds me of when Nina came back from Nixon Falls. Like she didn't really get that much smoke. What's good, Makai? How you doing tonight? Darren says Willow didn't want to be mad at Carly while fighting for her life, but she would be speechless. She kept a secret that long. Yeah, I'm gonna finish watching it tonight. I think I'm like at 27 something minutes. And of course, when I was watching it on YouTube, yada yada yada. Anna says, I don't think Willow meant it about preferring Harmony over Nina. Willow was shocked and angry. She just found out Nina. Yeah, no, I mean, I get that. It's very bizarre thing to even say, though, you know? Very bizarre. Jessica is in the chat. Jessica says, I don't know. I think Willow feeling towards Nina are justified. How is she ungrateful? She says she would take it. Hmm. Yeah. I mean, honestly, tell you, Jessica, you have a point. There's not one point where she didn't sit there and say she wasn't going to take it or anything like that. But you know what? I think maybe Jessica, maybe because of the fact that she didn't say thank you, maybe that might have something to do with it. They went back and forth for a while. And granted, Nina was more the aggressor, but she is willing to sit there and help her. So at the very least, yeah, probably say thank you. She doesn't have. How you doing, Karen? She doesn't have to sit there and be buddy buddy or whatever. Um, but she could sit there and say thank you. You know. Makai says, is Jack going to get set up instead of Jeremy Stark? From the episode today, no. Diane and Jack actually set Jeremy on the necklace and the code and everything like that Jack used to wear to break in and get the necklace. I just don't think they're gonna really. I don't think it's really gonna last too long. No. I think I haven't taken Jeremy too seriously, and now I feel like we're gonna get the real Jeremy Starks now. Now Williamson is in the chat. William says it really bothers me how people think Harley deserves all this heat from Willow when Sonny never held Nina accountable. No, no, I mean we can agree about that. We can definitely agree about that with Sonny. I do get that. I mean, granted, they're two different scenarios, but I can agree about that. But regardless of what Sonny, regardless of Sonny Smith, they going at her. I understand everyone else being upset with her. I understand Nina. Nina has every right to sit there and come at Carly. Um, Michael and Willow both do have every right to come at Carly. Olbrich has a right to sit there and come at Carly. Hmm. So I can justify everyone else's anger. Carmen says I didn't expect Willow to just up and accept Nina as her mother. She will tell her that just because they're mothers and daughters, she will not walk over her. Yeah, I mean, yeah, she doesn't have to sit there and you know, Black Mon is in the chat. What's good, Black Mon? Um, she doesn't have to let her be around the kids. Is what it comes down to. Now Jessica says, I don't know, Spencer. I don't know how Spencer think he will get custody with no job or anything. I'm over his revenge plot. Well, Jessica, the thing is he's rich. So regardless if he has a job or not, he's rich. He'll have money for life. He doesn't have to worry about that. Someone says he got that new religion to kick. I don't know what that means. Daisy Flowers in the chat. What's good, Daisy Flower? And Black Mon is in the chat. What's good? What right does Oprah have? I mean, there isn't that Ulbrich is Nina's aunt. And the fact that Nina was denied because of Carly's lies, so yeah, I would. She would be upset with it at the very least, and I can understand that. Is what I'm saying. Ulbrich really doesn't have any right. Well, she may not have a right to sit there and get in her face about it, but she has a right to be upset because they are a family. So on that level, yeah, she does have a right. Monique says I was mad at Carly. I was mad Carly was forgiven so easily. Williamson says, and Sonny doesn't have a leg to stand on. When it comes to the truth and lies, he never told about what happened between him and Nina and had the audacity to not want her to be upset about it. He had a point to some extent. To some extent. I mean, Carly should have gave him some time and some space to have him deal with it, but yeah. I'm doing good, Black Man. I'm doing good. My heat got fixed. My heat today got fixed, so I'm so happy about that. I am so overjoyed about not being, about now I don't have to wake up in the actual freezing cold. Um, Especially on days when it was like really cold. So I'm happy about that. Daisy Plus says, didn't Obrick keep Robin from Anna? Yeah, but what does that have to do with Carly? What does that have to do with Carly's secret though? I don't understand how you're going in a completely opposite direction. Thomas says, Spencer is rich. He thinks he's not right. Yeah, that's true, Tyrone. He is rich, so he doesn't have a problem getting, like showing that he can provide for the child. The incarceration thing, that may not exactly help him out, seeing how it's just so recently. And Medora says, I got a feeling, not sure, but Nina may not be a match for Willow. I'm guessing it might be Carly. That would be good. A family member is not always viable. That is very true, Medora. Somebody in the chat, I don't remember who well, I do, but I don't sit there and say it. That's correct. I think she said, I don't know if it was Jessica that said it, but somebody said that they had to do a transplant, and she was able to do it even though they weren't like directly. It wasn't mother and daughter or something like that. I forgot, but you do have a point though, Medora. Williamson says yes, everyone else can be mad about when it comes to Nina anger, although justified. I don't think like so regulars. I'm team Carly no matter what. I mean, listen, there's no problem being team Carly or team Nina. You know, Dolly's in the chat. No, that's cool. I could be team Sunny, but I could still call him out on the BS that he did. Now, Daisy Fly says, "How can Ulbricht be mad when she did the same thing? It rings hollow." Because I mean, I get that, but that's family though. Like I can sit there, I get what you're saying in theory because it would make her come across as a hypocrite, But using one thing to justify somebody not being angry about something else, it doesn't hold that much water. In theory, yeah, but Nina is her family, you know. So I would understand, and it would be understandable that she would be angry at the very least. You know, I'm pretty sure Ulrich has killed people before. That doesn't mean that she's not going to be angry that somebody killed her daughter. And even if she didn't kill anyone, I mean, even if she, let's just sit there and say she did kill someone. That's not going to stop her from being angry that somebody killed her daughter. She's not going to be like, yeah, that's true. I did kill someone. All right, I guess the hook killer has a point. How you doing tonight, Dolly? Godwin says, "What is a double now back?" I don't understand what you're saying. Sherry says, "Off the subject, but you think Trina will marry Spencer to get cut, kind of like what Michael did with Willow?" Hmm, very interesting, Sherry, and welcome. Thank you for joining. Makai says, "I hate seeing all this explaining Devon is having to go through." Yeah, I don't get it either, Makai. And it's not just the explaining; it's the simple fact that they keep Smith there trying to talk him out of it. It's like the dude already, he already made his mind. Respect it. Respect it. Point blank period. Respect it. Digi Floss says, I'm thinking it's Josh and she, God knows. Hmm. Interesting theory. Yeah, I mean, I always sit there and look at it this way, Tyrone. It's like when people sit there and really call Nina out. They call Nina out on this, that, and the third. Um, And then somebody sit there and says, well, Carly has did this and she's done that and she's done this, like to sit there and try to defend Nina's action. It's like it's not even so much two wrongs don't make it right. It's one thing doesn't have anything to do with the other. Now, Eagle Fang says, I stick to the reviews from Albert and Brock. Thank you, Eagle Fang. Thank you. I appreciate that. You know, um, Brock TV is the OG. So, I watched this review yesterday. So, Anna says being a match is just the first step. There are more steps, and in the end, hopefully, her body will not reject the bone marrow. Yeah, that's true, Anna. That's true. But I always sit there and look at it this way. They've been playing fast and loose with laws and science and medicine for years on soap operas, and just even on TV shows in general, but specifically soap operas. So yeah, what's good, Gloria? Thank you for joining. Really? Very interesting, Gloria. Where'd you hear that from? I'm gonna sit there and read it. And it says, "What's up now? Back at $1." Now Jessica says, "Yeah, I doubt Nina will be a match. I wonder who it would be." Really? Great, Nikisha Moore is in the chat. What's good, Nikisha? Ellie says Nina and Carly have been doing dirt to each other for a while. I enjoy both characters, but both women are nice, Dolly, nice. Tyrone says Carly has been all over Nina's choices, but she barely keeps hers in mind. Will be all day. Exactly. That's why it's like you talking to me, Anna, or somebody else in the chat. Um, I don't want to sit there and take credit if somebody else actually made a good point. Now Angela says it's no respecting your thoughts. One, when big money is involved, and most of all, when you're being overly emotional, like Jill said, take your feelings out of it. Yeah, I mean, I get that, Angela. I do. It's just, I mean, to be fair, CW, when you're here, you're always on time. Thank you for joining CW. But Devon should have not joined. He should have not merged that company from jump. And that was a mistake that was on him. But you know, he's you're right to some extent, but I can't sit there and I don't know, say that Devon is totally wrong. Now Madura says Nina should give Carly hell, but I can see Willow forgiving Carly because Ava forgave Nina, trying to get Ava baby out of her womb. Yeah, that's something I would still never understand. Good, Williamson, good. Good, you got to. You got to, and that's the thing. We can always sit there and love these characters and say, well, defend them, but you got to sit there and hold their feet to the fire a little bit. You got to sit there and call them out on their mess, you know? Hell, even Jason, I would sit there and call him out on some of the stuff he did. It was rare, but when he did do it, I had no problem calling him out on it. Though this is the only thing that really bugs me is when Willow implies comedy was better. Yeah, Dolly, to be fair, I think we all were just befuddled by that. We're all befuddled by that. Hell, even me and Broad TV were just kind of looking at Willow like, yo, this chick done lost her mind. Now, Jessica and some other people were saying that maybe she said that because she's still in shock. She just found out that this woman's her mother and everything. She's dealing with a lot. So maybe that has a lot to do with it, but still, Jessica says she didn't mean it literally. Yeah, she kind of did. No, it was Jessica that said that, but still, it was regardless if she meant it or not. It was a stupid statement that she said. Turner says I saw Bill with Sheila. Steffi thinks he's being brainwashed. Maybe he knows what he's doing with her. He's just going through a crisis. I doubt that at this point, everyone. I mean, Dollar Bill's my guy, but I mean, he has done some very questionable and yet stupid things over the years, and funny things. But no, Tyrone. Unfortunately, it's just a simple fact that two women in all of LA decide to reject him, so he decides to go with a nut job. Dora says, "Remember the IPO has failed 2 times and we're in jail. Okay, fine, but it will work this time." Yeah, that's exactly what I was like. Yo, listen, Devon has every right to sit there and pull himself away from that situation, but it's a situation he should never been in the first place. Eagle Fang says this show has gotten worse since Jason Death, and I never was a Jason fan, but it shows. Hmm. Well, Eagle Fang, I don't know. I mean, he was definitely my favorite character. I don't know if he was the top character. Well, why do you say he was the top character? Williamson says, yep, accountability. I think that's what hurts me the most about Sonny these days. He has been caught being messy so many times, and he's constantly overlooking it. Yeah. And Williamson, it got to a point, I think it was yesterday or the day before, that Sonny was sitting there talking about how both of them were hurt and, they did bad things and this, that, and the third. And now I'm just like, Sonny, you sound just as delusional as Nina. Like, you know what? Maybe y'all deserve each other. Makai, I'm thinking about getting it tomorrow. I haven't gotten it in a while. Now, Angela says, I wasn't befuddled by that. I agree for change with Willow because Nina is overly imposing and extremely selfish. The Havlin's in the chat. What's good, the Havlin? Shakira is in the chat. How you doing tonight, Shakira? Um, Williamson says, yes, I truly believe he has syndrome. Um, that's right, Eagle Fang. I gotta sit there. Oh, you know what, Eagle Fang, since you're in the chat, I got 2 more episodes of Cobra Kai to watch. 2 more episodes, and then I'm done. And I actually am really sad about it. Like I am genuinely sad about it. Yeah, no, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm happy, but I'm sad at the same time. But now I'm gonna sit there and watch The Boys next on Amazon. And Tyrone says Peter overstayed his welcome, but at first Peter was going to be the one that to break away from his. You know, Tyrone, I actually did like Peter. I know a lot of people didn't like Peter, which is just like I like Peter though. I think with Nina it's very divisive. You know, with Nina is very very divisive. Same thing with Carly to some extent, but I feel like there's more people that like Carly that than like Nina. So I'm gonna sit there and do a little poem. Eagle Fang says, Albert, they still have not. Yeah, that's very true, Eagle Fang. The fact that it got to 6 seasons. You know what, Eagle Fang, you just remind me. I still gotta watch the Umbrella Academy, and I gotta watch You on Netflix. See, this is this is the reason why I really don't watch anything old or rewatch stuff because there's stuff that I'm still catching up to. What's good, Double C? How you doing tonight? And I mean, that's very true, Eagle Fang. Now, Double C says Peter was a good villain in his era. He was. He was. He was a really good villain in his era. He was. I enjoyed him. Yeah, Shakira Days was okay. I wonder, actually, now I'm thinking about it, I wonder if my Days review actually um posted. Oh, cool. Okay. It did. Nice. Now, the only thing I gotta sit there and do my last review on now is General Hospital. Goldie says I was just about. Yeah, no, I love the Umbrella Academy. I didn't see the I didn't see last season's stuff, so I gotta watch last season's to catch up to the new season. Well, last year's season anyway. I love that show. But I'm also gonna be watching Nun Warrior as well. I think that's what it's called. I think it's called Nun Warrior. So Valerie is in the chat. What's good, Valerie? Um, Patrick says having Rosetta chicken along with potatoes, zucchini, and broccoli tonight. Oh, that sounds a lot. That sounds really healthy. Hmm. I don't remember the last time I actually ever had zucchini. I don't even think I had zucchini. And I can't even think about the last time I had broccoli. Now Dolly says I got into Umbrella Academy years ago to come. Yeah, I heard it was well, obviously it was a comic book. So but I love the show. I also love you. So happy about that. And Patrick says, oh, that pesto again along with hmm. Yeah, that's I mean that's no, that's good, Patrick. That's good. I haven't eaten healthy in well years. Um yeah, I can't wait, Dolly. It's been a hot minute. It's been a hot minute since it came on. Was it like 2 years ago? Or like at least three? Hmm. Karen says I'm going to rename Jace to the Nina and Carly show. Yeah. I mean, this, you know, the thing is, yeah, they do tend to usually show a lot of people. All right, so what the hell was the deal with that chick that came in and started kissing on Valentine? And why didn't Valentine put a stop to that? That's something that I want to sit there and try to understand. This chick just walked inside and was like, "Hey, Valentine," and just started kissed all of them. And then it's like, then there was a certain part with that chick when she had that smirk on her face, and I'm like, I don't know who this chick is, but she's pissing me off. Rob says Nina and Willow being besties, that will be the same. Nina and Willow being besties, that will be the end of the character Nina. Now, Tyrone says some international agent for him and Anna. I'm surprised Anna didn't really throw her off. Hmm. Jessica says, yeah, she just kissed Valentine and it was okay with it. Yeah, I didn't get that at all. I was like, but Tyrone said she was some sort of international agent or something like that. I didn't know her chick's name, but also I didn't finish watching the episode. I got like 7 more minutes to watch it. Um, I don't know. It's just like she just walked in. I'm like, bro, why are you just letting her just kiss you like that? Like even after she left, she's not there wiping off like lipstick and stuff like that. And I'm like, so Valentine, you just not gonna say anything? Like you just cool with that? And Patrick says kind of have to since I'm trying some lying to. Oh, okay, nice, okay. No, that's good, Patrick. That's good. I I don't know. I haven't, like I said, I haven't eaten healthy in years, and I think that's a lot due to laziness. So yeah, and Double C's Anna don't trust her. Yeah, I mean, Valerie says that's lying, rude, heifer kissing Valentine. I love it. I love it, Valerie. Heifer. Oh my goodness, I haven't heard that word in a hot minute. I love it. I think I'm gonna start using that. I mean, my favorite non-curse word is dingbat. Okay, that's my favorite non-curse word. I think I'm gonna have to add heifer to it. Exactly, Tyrone. Exactly. Rob says, "Did you notice GH writers is drifting Spencer away from Sabrina storyline onto Ava?" Nah, I didn't notice that, Rob. It seemed like they're doing the exact opposite. Of course you did, Mel. Of course you did. Well, I saw like a little bit of 5 minutes of it, and I'll probably finish watching it. I just don't know if I'm going to do a review on it because I was up to like 4 o'clock. I was up to 4 o'clock in the morning, so I was like, all right, I'm just going to watch it. Now, Eagle Fang says if it was a man that kissed a woman out of nowhere, the outrage from the Karen would be massive. But since you know what, Eagle Fang, you have a point. You have a point. I don't know maybe about that, but Lucy, when Lucy walked into the men's shower room and saw Chase half naked, um, that would have been one of those. That would have been one of those moments where like people would have flipped like there was no tomorrow. If Chase walked into a woman's room, a woman's locker room, or a steam room, or whatever, very true, Eagle Fang, very true. But I mean, come on, Eagle Fang. There's double standards. Society is full of double standards. You know what, Karen? I'm not gonna lie. I do kind of feel bad for you. Um, oh, the woman that plays the Yellow Ranger, the second Yellow Ranger. Her name is Karen. I think her name is Karen Ashley. And I'm always just like, man, I feel so bad for you. I really do, because that's one of those memes where it's like, it's just never going to go away. You know. Tyrone says it probably have affected they are in France, but it's still one of those things to me. Okay, I might have missed something there. Mel said I loved it when Chloe threatened. I'm not gonna lie, Mel. I thought it was laughable. I thought it was absolutely laughable when Chloe picked up that fire poker. Like, what are you gonna do? This is the chick that beat you with one hand behind her back. What are you gonna do, Chloe? Now, Daphne says, I will Michael forgive his mother. Oh, will Michael forgive his mother? Probably. Probably he will. This, I mean, from jump, this whole, just for a short answer to Daphne, he will. He's icing her out for a little bit, but his anger is nowhere near the same as it is with Sonny. And I feel like it kind of should be on some level. Now you can finish says Carly gets A+ treatment by the writers. Billy says, "Don't worry." Okay. Oh yeah, no, Karen, you're solid. I always feel bad for people whose name is Karen because it's like, you know, yes, that's very true. Double C. And you know who's not returning? Amy Jo. Amy Jo's not returning. And there's a lot of debate about that. You know, some people are just like, I understood where she was coming from. She was busy, that's that, and the third. And other people are just like, she's not really doing too much of anything. And it's not like she's some sort of Academy Award winning actor. This was more about the fans than anything else as far as her coming back. And she was like, oh, I'm not coming back because of how much money that they were going to give her. Like, how often do they really pay these people? I mean, seriously, she was on a show where she was fighting rubber monsters and she left and then she came back. Now, I'm sorry. Her argument or her reasons for not wanting to come back to do the anniversary is just bonkers at best. Now, Double C says every time I go to Target and Karen, I see. Mel says Stephen punched Lee and Lee punched Steph. You're right. You're right. Totally forgot about that. Karen says Michael is not perfect. I'm so tired of him thinking he's better than Sonny. Hmm. I honestly tell you, this whole, Karen, this whole vendetta against those two is just stupid. It's just dumb. Now Williamson says Carly has been so dirty by the writers. They're letting Nina escape responsibility and having Sonny in the hotel. Hmm. I don't even know what to say to that. Um, I don't know what you're saying, Colin. Now Valerie says, yeah, Willow's not laying into Carly is nuts. You're right, Valerie. I mean, I can sit there and say, well, maybe she's sick and she's on her deathbed, but she's still laid into Nina. And Nina is willing to sit. No, you know what? Nina is willing to sit there and give her the transplant, regardless of their fighting. But yet with Carly, she didn't lay into her. Now Colin says the Power Ranger called union actors. I kind of understand what you're saying a little bit. I mean, my point is they were treated poorly. Okay, so that's one of the reasons why they did leave. I don't really know why Amy left. To be honest, I knew why the other three left in the beginning. I mean, either way, it's just one of those things where it's like you're not really doing much of anything. So why not do it? And then they're having this anniversary and they're putting in a Green Ranger, and that doesn't like. I don't know, Jessica. If you know, please tell me. If you know, please tell me. I gotta sit there and shave my mustache again at some point. Now Patrick says, I hope Drew leaves Carly. He was acting too much of a simp over her since he came back. I just think they're better off as normal friends. I mean, he ain't Jason, that's for sure. Now Dolly says, I met that Michael was more angry about Sonny hooking up with Nina than he was about. Yeah, Dolly, and that's the thing. That is the problem with this whole feud, which makes zero sense. Sonny killed your dad, and you forgave him for that. But going to Nina is taking it too far? Like, come on, that literally makes no sense whatsoever. Now that happens, and I wonder will Michael forgive Joss when he finds out about Joss and Dex? Well, why would he be? Why would he be? Why would he be super mad at Dex for? I mean, why would he be mad at Joss? Dex, I can understand, but Joss. Mm. Now Gloria says, "Gee, spoilers, Liz and Esme." I mean, as far as like handing off the baby to handing off the baby to Liz, because somebody else in the chat said that too. I think it was okay. I don't remember who said that, but somebody else in the chat said the same thing now too. Daisy Flower says Nina and Willow have a horrible history. She should be mad at Carly, but the way Nina treats Willow. But the way Nina treats Willow at all the time. Now Double C says Saban was greedy. He reminds me of Victor. Both billionaires don't know how to pay the people who made him. Yeah, I agree with that. Double C. I mean, it was bad. They were working like 15-hour some days. Um, they weren't really making that much money. A lot of times they had to do their own stunts. They've almost gotten hurt a couple of times from what I heard. And then the whole thing with the actor that played Billy and how he was treated. I mean, there's stories. Out, you know, there's tons of stories. So I mean, I get it, but I'm also just like I don't know. Double C. I think I'm just more disappointed that she's not going to be in the anniversary. And I mean, to be fair, Austin St. John is not going to be in it either. So yet they got the other guy, Steve, whatever his name is. And Colin says, "Hello, my baby." I don't know what that means. Daisy Flower says Nina treats Willow horrible since the time they met. She mentioned it to Sasha. Yeah. Now Karen says, "What? When are they going to reveal Victor's plan? Victor's great plan on GH? That great plan has been going on for what was it, like 2 years now? Are we even at 2 years now? I mean, it's insane when you really think about it. Now Williamson says, I feel like it's the constant disappointment when Sonny is concerned. He was mad about AJ, but it's like Sonny is under some spell. He went against Michael in court for Nina. Yeah, I remember that. That was definitely a days of days right there. A day of days. I'm gonna ask a random. Okay. I'm gonna ask a random question, and this isn't really soap opera related. This is more of a movie. If anyone have actually seen this movie, Janet is in the chat. What's good, Janet? Oh. Janet. Speaking of not freezing, I actually am happy that I got my heat back. Well, that my heat is actually working. So yeah, I want to sit there and ask this random question so far. I'm gonna give it a few minutes to see if anyone have actually seen that movie before. Um, and the reason why I'm bringing it up is not just because I saw it, but they're coming out with a part two, and I'm hoping it's gonna be on Netflix. Now Daisy Flower says, Carly will lose Drew for now. Also, Portia lie is 19 years. Also, Curtis did ask her if Trina was her daughter when she first came to town. Yeah, no, that's very true. But my whole thing is like they just took her. That's the thing with Taggart and Curtis. They just took her for her word. You know, no, it's not yours. It's really Taggart. Oh, okay, cool. You have no reason to lie to me. I believe you. What? Now I know that Curtis is going to be snipped there kicking himself. I know Curtis is going to be kicking himself. Um, when this whole thing goes down. By the way, if you are enjoying the stream, we got 41 people in the chat. We got 16 likes. So if you are enjoying the stream, definitely hit the like button because it really does help. It really does. I've been seeing a lot of new people on here. Um, and I think that has a lot to do with the fact that when people hit the like button, it does let YouTube know that these live streams are actually, good and they can recommend it. So it does actually help, as annoying as it sounds for me to sit there and ask. Yeah, no, Jessica, I never understood that. They just took her for a word. Like, really? I'm like, nah, I'm on a DNA test. I don't. Mel says Jack and Diane think it's over against because Phyllis did record Jack. Oh, I forgot about that. Okay. All right, I'm going to end the poll. All right, so only 14 people actually saw the movie, and 86% didn't. Very interesting. Well, they're actually coming out with a part two. I'm not gonna lie, that movie is like 2 hours and 30 something seconds. It is practically like watching Endgame all over again. Tyrone says, Davlin says, I forgot Crazy Nina got Willow fired from a teaching job. No, she didn't. Davlin. Um, Willow got fired because she didn't tell the judge the truth when it came towards with the whole Shiloh thing. That's what got her fired. I mean, granted, Nina didn't make her life easy as a teacher and got her in trouble a couple of times, but Nina didn't get her fired. I know it was a while back, and I know a lot of people didn't remember that, but yeah, 13% actually saw it, 86% didn't. Very interesting. But yeah, for those 13 people, they are coming out with a new movie. Actually, this month, which I'm actually excited about. Now, Tyrone says, I'm planning on seeing the Earth movie, the first one to catch up, and then the second one. Gotta go back out to the movies again. It's been, wow, like 7 years. Oh, wow. Yeah, I enjoyed the first one. I did. I enjoyed it. I liked it. So, I think I was just more surprised when I saw it. I was like, and it was Instagram that actually recommended it to me. Ron is in the chat. Ron says now that Lee knows about the blackmail, Steffi, if she does get arrested for faking a death certificate, she should lose. Ron definitely wants Lee and Steffi and Taylor to go to jail. That's what I'm guessing, right, Ron? You want all three of them to go to jail? That's the energy that you're giving off. Mel says Bill is going to lose Lee and White. Oh yeah, no, he's definitely going to. But you know what? He definitely has a nervous breakdown at this point. Okay, that is very obvious. Um, because the sad thing is, whenever he used to sit there and do bad things, he was always like in control. He wasn't this possessed demon that we're seeing now, that barely talks, that barely uses any words. Everyone says last movie I saw was Star Wars: Last Night of the Jedi. My brother and wow. That was a long time. I mean, don't get me wrong. Watching movies at your house can be very great. Like it could be very great. There's a lot of things when you go to the movies that you got to deal with, especially if you go at a bad time. You go to the wrong movie theater. You get a bad crowd. That's why whenever I go to the movies, I always go at 11 o'clock in the morning. I always go in the morning. So that's why I have to sit there and deal with like kids coming in and teenagers and stuff like that. I always see my movies really early in the morning. Yeah, Karen, not as much, but yeah, people still do. But I think, in all fairness, Karen, I think that people mainly go to the movies um, to see like big budget movies that that's just not the same on regular TV. I don't care how good your TV is. I don't care how good your surround sound is. Um, yeah, like I won't go and see a comedy or a drama or even a horror movie. But a Marvel movie, yeah, I'm there. Ron says not that they should go to jail, but the way they behave is just irritating that they're not. Yeah, I get that. I get that, Ron. I do. Valerie says I haven't seen. I've been in movies since 2019. Hmm. Valerie, what was the last movie that you saw? I wonder how could I ask a different type of question though. What is a Q and A? I'm gonna see if this works. I don't know. Where's okay? Where's my chat at? Yes, ended. Are you kidding me? Wow. Yeah, I don't know what just happened. I literally typed it up and then the whole screen just went black. And it's like, well, the screen didn't go black, but the chat went black. But yeah, what was the last movie that you saw, Skirt? I'm sitting there trying to write it down. And I'm like, no, what was the last movie that you saw in the movie theaters? Valerie says, I can't recall. Karen says, the last movie I saw in the movie theaters was Infinity War and Endgame. Yeah, I didn't understand that either. Eagle Fang. William says the last movie I saw was Acrimony. I feel like I heard of that movie. Is it like a Tyler Perry movie? It is, right? Right, Williamson? And Ron says, hmm. I'm starting to think. I was like, what was the last movie? Oh, yeah, Black Adam. I think. Or was it Black Panther? It was one of them. It was both of them was either Black Panther and Black Adam was the last movie I saw. Now, Double C says the last movie I saw was the It reboot. Oh, wow. William says the movie. Oh, okay. Okay. Traverse is in the chat. Traverse says, "What do you think about Spencer working with Ava to sue?" I think it's interesting. I think it's a very interesting pairing. Um, Considering those two history, yeah, no, I think it's interesting. I don't know if I and honestly, to tell you the truth, I think it might work. Traverse, I think it might work. Oh, okay, it is with Halle Berry. Okay. Daisy Flower says, "I saw two movies this year: Black Panther and Ticket to Paradise." Yeah, yeah. Did you play? Yeah, I remember because I got Peacock, so they kept coming on as far as Ticket to Paradise. So, but yeah, no, I love Black Panther. Richard is in the chat. Was good, Richard. Krista said Willow has too much going on to deal with and give Carly that much energy to what Carly did. I get that, Krista, but she gave Nina the same. I feel like she gave Nina a lot of smoke, even when she was on her deathbed before she found out about the transplant. So I'm just like, yo, listen, if you're gonna give her that energy or that smoke, same thing should be said for Carly. Mel says I saw at the movie theaters was 45 meters uncaged. Oh, okay. The first one is with Mandy Moore and Claire Holton, I think, right? The chick from the originals. Javon says Aber, yes, because Spencer is too dumb. That's what I said. I was like, he has a better chance with Ava. You know, Patrick, I am going to see Megan. I think I'm going to see it like on demand. I think I'm going to see it on demand. I was going to go to the movie theaters, but I was like, I think I'll wait for Guardians of the Galaxy to come out. It is that movie with Nick. There is a movie with I don't remember what it's called, but Nicolas Cage is in it, and it's supposed to be some sort of like he's a vampire or something, and it's some other guy. I can't remember what it's called though. Cheyenne is in the chat. What's good, Cheyenne? I was watching a couple of your videos today since you're on private now, so that's cool. When are y'all, Cheyenne? When are y'all gonna do this collab? You and Danny Bear 7. Cat Lady's in the chat. What's good, Cat Lady? Valerie says, okay, I did some research. The Lion King 2019 probably last. You know, Valerie, when you said did some research, I had to sit there and read the whole sentence. But yeah, that's the play, though, right? The Lion King. That's the play you're talking about. Eagle Fang says, but Willow is a poorly written character, so she bows for Carly. Patrick says, well, not a bad idea. Movie tickets are more expensive nowadays. Snacks. Oh yeah, no, Patrick, I did not do snacks. I think they was meant to try to charge for like a hot dog or something like that, like $7 to $10. Mel says yes, 45 below. Okay. Daisy Flower says if someone you don't like comes into your hospital room. Hmm. Richard says Willow has turned into a self-righteous character like Michael. Carly and Joss. Now Torrance says Spencer is still 19 and in that young rocket rookie stage of taking on enemies. Give him a year or two when he's 21. Or Michael's like 30. Then he'll be in the big leagues. LOL. Now, Churro says, but didn't Trina have a lot of help when she did? Why does it do that for? I mean, come on, Valerie. I think in the chat we all know what research is, but yes. Now Churro says, but didn't Trina have a lot of help when she didn't know what to do? You know, that's true. That's true. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Yeah, Patrick, it's expensive. I've never. No, that's not true. That's not true. There's only two times I actually got snacks, and they were both like I forgot what it was. It was some sort of chocolate. The only two times I actually got a snack was Endgame and Infinity War. That's the only time that I got snacks. And let me tell you, those movies were so intense that after a while the chocolate started to melt in my hands because I forgot to eat it. I think it was called Nestle's Crunch or something like that. I think that's what it's called. And Angela says that's why you buy a meal plan package when you go to the movie theaters. Yeah. Mm. But also, I also don't really. Well, Well, I'm not gonna sit there and say what I usually do, even though everyone does it. But I'm not gonna sit there and you know, start confessing some criminal activities or anything like that. Richard, no, Ron says so. What makes it or Taylor confess makes Sheila go back to prison if they do it would backfire. No, well, that's why she's not going to do it. That's why Lee's not going to do it. Now, Catley says those movies were so long, so damn long. No, they were. They were long, but they were really good. Um, they're really good. Oh, you went to go see Avatar. See, that's a movie. That's a movie like franchise I never jumped on. I never jumped on those. I think probably the next movie. I hate Warner Brothers, but I do want to see Evil Dead, and I want to see the new. I want to see the new. Oh, whenever they decide to make a new Godzilla movie. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's another franchise I never jumped on was John Wick. I never jumped on John Wick. Cutler says, "Al, did you see my shirt for today?" Yeah, no, I'm gonna check it out before I go to sleep though tonight. Check it out before I go to sleep tonight. Cause I've been watching a lot. I've been watching your videos, so I'm definitely gonna check it out before I go to sleep tonight. Hopefully, I can actually go to sleep tonight. I was up to 4 o'clock in the morning yesterday. I was up to 4 o'clock in the morning yesterday. I was so annoyed. I mean, I got to sit there and finish watching my soap operas and stuff like that, and um, I was so annoyed. I was like, why am I still up for? Now, Patrick says Godzilla versus Kong 2 is already confirmed, though I feel like Godzilla won't. Team Godzilla. You know, Patrick, from what I heard, well, from what I heard, they're going to be fighting Space Godzilla. They're going to be fighting Space Godzilla. Kevin says, does anybody know? You know, Karen, I stumbled across that story on Inside Edition. I didn't get a chance to watch it yet, but I'm hoping he's okay. You know, I don't know how that whole thing happened. It just seems like a really freak accident, though. Eagle Fang says Tony Soprano from The Sopranos started the revenge on Nano Killer. If you watch Sopranos back in the day, Tony. Whoa. Yeah, you know, Eagle Fang, I tried to watch The Sopranos. I think I got like 2 episodes in and I was like, yeah, I can't do this. Nate is in the chat. What's good? Before John Wick. Okay. Mel says I'm still going to watch Scream 6, Source 10, and Knock at the Door. Mel, you also said that they're having another Final Destination movie. Okay. Mel, you said that they have another Final Destination movie and they have another oh, Paranormal Activity movie, right? Before says I never understand Spencer when people try to educate Trina. She always listens. When people try to educate Spencer, he never listens and always prefers to do things his own way. Well, yeah, Charles, he's spoiled and entitled. He's been like that since, I don't know, 5 or since he was able to talk, you know? So that's not surprising at all. Patrick says, I hope it's Space Godzilla or Destroyer. Two of the most powerful villains. Sure, I mean, Patrick, do you think that Destroyer is stronger than King Ghidorah? Because King Ghidorah is a special kind of hound. Like he's taller than Godzilla, and Godzilla eclipses most cities. Um, but yeah, I hope it's Space Godzilla. I hope it's Space Godzilla though. Eagle Fang says Tony opened the floodgates to Breaking Bad. Oh, really? The actor that plays Walter said if it wasn't for Sopranos, there would be no Walter or Breaking Bad. Nice. I know there's people that like Breaking Bad. I had this one girl that I like that loved Breaking Bad, and now I don't want to watch Breaking Bad because of it. Nice. Okay, now yeah, I'm definitely gonna see those movies. Oh yeah, and I love A Quiet Place 3. Bird Box. Okay, I'm gonna try this again, and I hope that it doesn't screw it up this time. Oh, okay, that one works. Yeah, it looked like it was interesting, Karen. It did. But I'm hoping that they do a part two. And Daisy Flaw says what Joss sees and hates and Spencer's what virtues she has and the same with Spencer. I'm still a Joss fan. Uh, yeah, but Joss is not as entitled. She doesn't come across as entitled as Spencer. And even though that she's rich like Spencer, she never seemed like she flaunts it like Spencer. You know, as much as Joss can annoy me at times, I can respect that. Now, Patrick says King Ghidorah is definitely powerful and Godzilla Joker, but in raw power, I believe it was stated that Destroyer is more powerful when he's. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. I gotta go. Okay. I gotta read up on that. Um, yeah, because King Ghidorah is definitely he's a special breed of evil. Right. Yeah, no, I love Bird Box. Bird Box was that movie was crazy. I heard that they were gonna make a part two. I'm hoping that still. But you know, with Netflix, it's like you never know what stuff is gonna be, what's gonna go, and which one's gonna stay. Mel says you need to watch Aftermath movie. Hmm. Look that up. And Patrick says King Ghidorah can still come back. Mecha. Oh yeah, Mecha King Ghidorah. I just remember Space Godzilla. Like watching the old. I don't remember the person who made those movies, but I think I like Space Godzilla the best because unlike the other monsters or kaiju's that came there, he came there with a plan. Like like he planned on taking over the Earth. He planned on killing Godzilla so he can take over the Earth. Like the other monsters were just run your run of the mill monsters. This dude was smart. Like he actually came with a plan. Now, you can finish the problem with Netflix is they are losing massive subs and they're losing movie rights to other competitors. Yeah, that sucks. I love Netflix. Gravity says, you know, it's funny. My friend actually saw The Irishman. No, oh, no, I'm thinking of a different movie. You know, Valley, I'm not gonna lie. For me personally, I couldn't watch The Irishman. I can't watch anything of Martin Scorsese, and I think that had a lot to do with his comments about the Marvel movies, which I know is very immature and juvenile, but yeah, I can't watch anything of Martin Scorsese. Everyone says stop fighting my battles for me, and Cameron may be talking to Spencer. Cheyenne says there's a nuclear plant. What do you mean by that? Catley says, yeah, but what was that to your left behind you? Oh, you funny. Well, if you're trying to do the whole major look, it definitely worked. Um, Tyrone says it's better for Spencer to be spoiled, rich, and entitled than for him to be butting into friends' battles when they didn't ask for it. You get your feelings hurt that way. Okay, I think that might have been a comment towards someone else. Okay, I think. I mean, oh, that's microphone. I'm not gonna lie. For a hot second, I actually thought Cat Lady was okay. Well, actually, to tell you the truth, I got two things. I'm not gonna lie. If I would have fell, so this is a new microphone that I got to try to set up tomorrow. Valerie is in the chat. What's good, Valerie? Oh, the monitor behind you. What monitor behind me? I mean, I have my PlayStation. Oh, that's my TV. How you doing tonight, Victoria? CW says, guys, I'm going to call it night. Have a good night, CW. Thank you for joining. As always, it is great to see you. It was great to see you. Oh, the TV. Oh, okay. And Patrick says, Space Cause is definitely my top third. The direction was also very intense, interesting in addition. Yeah, there's actually a bunch of Godzilla movies that I still gotta watch. Um, and then got this. So I gotta figure out how to hook that up tomorrow. Have a good night, Karen. Thank you for joining. It was great seeing you as always. Obviously says I pray Josh don't get Yes, that is the circular rumor that's going around. Victoria says I'm starting to question if Nina is a match. She's 230. Yeah, even Sonny was like, yo, you need to slow down. You need to slow down. Catley said because as long as nothing's popping up in that window, you should be great. I should be great. As long as I don't see any sorts of UFOs or anything like that, I'm good. Funny, I actually did record something. I don't know what I recorded, and I don't know if I'm actually going to sit there and upload it, but I don't know what it is that I recorded. Yeah, Patrick, it is. My friend was sitting there saying, like, if I get other smart devices, that I can hook it up to whatever this thing is, and I don't know. She said it was pretty cool. Tyrone says, if I don't know if Josh will get pregnant by Dex, just they want to play up to her betraying Cranman Morans. Okay. Daisy Flower says, Josh is not getting pregnant. Eagle Fang says, honestly, Spencer. Yeah, Tyrone. Maybe last week I actually put up a video talking about a saw UFO. I mean, granted, I didn't sit there and say it was a UFO. I just sat there and said that it was something that I couldn't recognize. But I did also say that I do live by an airport, but that's not what I saw. Now, Catley says, yes, Nina might not be a match. Can they get it from Michael's son? Interesting. Now, Deja Flash says Cam and Trina have no chemistry. This is why Spencer is on. Deja Flash says Josh won't get pregnant because they have 2 pregnancies already. Yeah, but I mean, I mean, you've been watching soap operas longer than me, so I guess you can see a pattern. But Patrick says snowing. Oh, snowstorm here. Oh, wow. I'm sorry to hear that. I mean, here's the thing: when it snows, it sucks because I got to go out there and shovel. The only cool thing about it is, just watching the snow and just kind of taking a nap. For some odd reason, I sleep really well when it's snowing. I don't know. I guess it's like an ASMR effect or something. And Tyrone says no, they may not have been pregnant. No, they may not have a pregnant storyline for Josh because yeah, they got to, they got to, and I guess I was going to sit there and say Daisy Flower is still possible, but I'm assuming Daisy Flower has been watching soap operas longer than me, so now Cat Lady says Josh baby may not make it if GH writes Dex life as crazy as Sunny's was. Hmm. True, 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 true. I guess we will all see. But I still want to sit there and put out this GH review before I go to sleep tonight. I'm gonna have to sit there and figure something out moving forward with this GH because I can't watch it on Daily Motion and YouTube won't put up the full videos. It'd be like 26, 27 something minutes and then it'll stop. And it's been doing that lately and it's been killing me specifically because they don't have it on my other side anymore. So it sucks. Um, and Patrick says snowstorms are calming anyway. I just order a hot pizza, turn on the Xbox, and play Halo Infinite. Yeah, exactly, Patrick. I'll sit there and I'll put on a movie. Um, I'll make me some, I'll get some snacks or whatever, and I'll just lay in bed and just like watch a scary movie and just chill out, take a nap. It's great. I mean, it sucks because I can't go to work or I'm gonna have to shovel. So all that stuff sucks. Have a good night, Eagle Fang. Thank you for joining. I definitely look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Um, hopefully, I could sit there and watch. I'll get to finish watching Cobra Kai. We could sit there and chop it up a little bit about that. Now, Tony says, "Well, sex still got time to get to that point," but Sunny is. Everyone says YouTube have been messing up videos lately, like what this dog channel I watched called. Hmm. Well, I know YouTube is always messing up in some sort of way. Victoria says some have mentioned in this chat Josh might be a match because of now. I am starting to believe that may be true if Nina isn't a match. That would suck though. If Nina isn't a match though. You know? Oh, you got some ribs. Okay, Mel, okay. Now Deja Flaw says if Josh was going to get pregnant, it would happen already. Josh is following the Robin route, becoming a doctor, so they aren't going to make her pregnant. Well, there's still time. It's all good, Spider Quake. How you doing tonight? And Mel says, I want to watch Mayhem Witches. Is that a show or a movie? Victoria says, Nina breakdown if she isn't a match would be epic. Hmm. I think I might actually feel bad for her. I don't feel bad for Nina too often, but Spidey Quick says, I'm not going to lie. I forgot everything that happened on GH. Yeah, I was just there telling people in the chat that I'm gonna sit there and get ready to get off because I still got to do my review towards GH because I couldn't finish watching all of it because YouTube is stupid and Daily Motion is dumb. Now Daisy Flower says it would be realistic sometimes parents aren't a match for kids. It's true. Grams TV is in the chat. Becky D is in the chat. What's good? Oh, okay, it's the Shaw man. Okay. All right, man. I was wondering about that. Going off today. Is everything okay? Becky D? Very quick says I'm young and my memory sucks and I'm scared for when I'm older because my memory might go on every day. Well, I mean, if this only just happened once, I don't think you should really, be too concerned about it. I mean, Spike, quick. There's times I'll sit there and watch an episode, and I'm just like, well, what did I just watch? you know. Tyrone says I'm in Dex. That's it's all good. It's all good, Tyrone. Pat, Patrick says I give it to the end of the year when Nina gives a hotel back to Kari. Clearly, the guests are not as satisfied when she bought the hotel. Oh yeah, Becky D. Yeah. I was up to 4 in the morning, so I'm definitely not trying to do that again. Um. Oh, okay, okay. All right, Deja Vu. Okay. Yeah, no, Becky D. When you don't get a lot of sleep, it definitely does throw you off. Um. Like even when I'm working and stuff like that, if I don't have Starbucks, it's just not good. Now Spider Quick says not even GH, my memory just bad, but I don't know. Talking about Nina, I kind of feel like it won't work. Hmm. Maybe I mean there. I mean, Spike Quick. I mean, I don't really know you too much, but it might be a reason for that. You might be stressed. You might got a lot of stuff going on, a lot of stuff in your mind going on. Um, I don't know. I always feel like for me personally, if I'm worried about something, it's going to make it much more worrisome, you know? Exactly, Mel. Exactly. That I love it. I love the Arabian Night music. It is just hilarious. Yeah, that might have something to do with this fight quick. Nataro says, I think Sheila will play Bill and he will see through it. Yeah, I agree with that, Tyrone. And it'll all be for nothing. I mean, as far as him sacrificing everything just to be with her. Mel says, do you think that John Blackpatch agents can find Dr. Off? And no, I don't. I don't. And that's because the internet spoiled it for me. The pictures that I posted, like my thumbnails or whatever of Kay, Kayla, and Marlena, all in like white gowns and stuff like that, already spoiled it for me. So no. Um, Spike Quick says also I was on my phone, so I wasn't really. Yeah, I do that sometimes too. Carrie says at the very least, the writers need to let Nina slap the crap out of her. Yeah, I mean, they need to. I mean, granted, I'm never a fan. It's weird. It's like I'm never really a fan of like violence like that on a show, but something definitely like at the very least, at least a good verbal beating, a verbal mental like beating would definitely help. Will make me feel better. Hmm. Very true, Spider Quake. Very true. Now, Ruth is in the chat. Ruth said, are you kidding? Michael is using to Carly Antic, and so is Sunny, but each of them in their own Yeah, I mean, I agree that they're all kind of hypocrites. Yeah, I agree with that. Mel says, I think Sheila used to being a nurse. Yeah, no. This is literally just a mental breakdown. That's all it is. It is. I don't want to sit there and say it's silly, but again, let's just all sit there and remember that Bill is rich, he's powerful, he's good looking. He had two women that rejected him, and now he's just lost his mind. Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. Spider Quick. Yeah, I hope the same thing because we didn't get to see a lot of that today. Tyrone says, I can imagine his facial expression. Esme will have once she finds out Heather is her mother. If Heather doesn't try to kill her first, what's she trying to kill her for? Exactly, my guy Dollar Bill. Carly did slap Nina in the past, yeah. Mel says, look at the way he was crying when he kicked out Kate because he still cared. That's very true. That's very true. But I sat there and I said in my videos like this is how you do a crime scene. Rome, Steve, um, Trina with the whole Rory thing. I'm like, they need to sit there and take some notes because some people have done really terrible crime scenes, and it takes me out of whatever sad moment that they got going on. And I'm like, they need to sit there and put some onions under their eyes, peppers, something's got to because this ain't working. Well, listen, I'm gonna sit there and end the stream. I think this is usually the time I end the stream anyway. But I'm gonna sit there in the stream. I'm gonna sit there and try to do a review on GH before I go to bed. But I do want to thank everyone for joining. This was a lot of fun. I appreciate everyone's patience. Sorry I couldn't do the review earlier because annoying stuff. But I really do appreciate everyone here now. So have a good night, Ron. Have a good night, Mel, Spiderquake, Becky D, Cat Lady. Oh, okay. I mean, I'm gonna give them a look. Kyrie's definitely gonna give them a look. Um, have a good night, Kyrie's. Have a good night, Daisy Flower. Yeah, yeah. I just gotta sit there and find some time to actually do it, Cheyenne. Have a good night, Valerie. Yeah, I'm thinking about doing that Spider Quick. I am because I'm like, this is just ridiculous at this point. So I'm gonna call up the cable. Well, I'm gonna call up my cable provider tomorrow and see what's good with that. Have a good night, Spider Quake. Have a good night, Valerie. Good night, Tyrone. Thank you for joining. Have a good night, Patrick. It was great seeing. It's been really great seeing you in these chats. So thank you. Thank you, Becky D. Thank you. I appreciate you as always. You are one of my rock stars. And again, thank you to all my members for being members. I appreciate every single one of y'all. I appreciate every single person here that just joins and supports the stream. Thank you so much. Good night, Mel. Good night, Patrick. Yeah, I'm gonna try to live by those. I'm trying to live by most of those models, except for the whole eating well. But I gotta work on that too at some point. Yes. Have a good night, everyone. Stay safe, and yeah, I will see everyone in the next live stream, which will be tomorrow at the same time. Stay safe, everyone.